The most dangerous mistake isn't trusting the wrong people. It's not learning from the experience. Warren Buffett says, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. But what he doesn't say is that sometimes you need to lose everything to build something better. Right now, someone watching this is being set up for betrayal and doesn't see it coming. Will you be the victim or the victor? Will you end up bitter or better? Comment Phoenix if you've ever been betrayed but came back stronger, because in the next section, I'm going to reveal the 3 warning signs someone is about to betray you. Knowledge that could save your career, your relationships, and your future. The people who hurt you are either lessons or blessings. Which will they be for you? These weren't setbacks. They were setups. Right now, someone out there is giving up right before their breakthrough. Will that be you? Or will you be like Soichiro Honda, who after his piston factory was bombed in WWII, started making scooters from war surplus engines, creating Honda motors from the ashes of defeat? The world is waiting to see what you'll do with your failures. Will you waste them or weaponize them? Comment below with the word Phoenix if you're ready to rise from your ashes. Because in the next section, I'm going to reveal how to turn your most painful failures into rocket fuel for success. If you dare to keep watching, what if quitting could be the smartest decision you ever make? What if walking away from something was actually the first step toward your destiny? These questions should terrify you, because they challenge everything you've been taught about grit and perseverance. Let me shock you with a story from 1987 when a young Howard Schultz walked away from his stable, high-paying job at Xerox to join a small coffee bean retailer called Starbucks. His family called him crazy. His friends thought he was throwing his life away, but that mistake of abandoning security led to building a $100 billion empire. Vince Lombardi famously said, "Winners never quit, and quitters never win," but he was dead wrong. Strategic quitting is the secret weapon of ultra-successful people. Right now, I want you to think about what you're clinging to that you know deep down is holding you back. Is it a dead-end job? A toxic relationship? A failing business? In 1962, a young musician named Bob Dylan walked off The Ed Sullivan Show because CBS wanted him to change his song. That career-ending move, it made him a legend. Your greatest power comes not from what you endure, but what you dare to release. But here's where 99% of people fail at quitting. They do it too late, or for the wrong reasons. In 1975, a NASA engineer named Bob Thompson quit the space program to start a little company called MRI Technology. Everyone said he was throwing away his future. That mistake led to medical imaging technology that saved millions of lives. So tell me right now in the comments, what do you need to quit today? Not out of weakness, but because you're too strong to stay where you don't belong? Because here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. Most people would rather die in a sinking ship than swim to a better one. In 1993, a Harvard student named Mark Zuckerberg quit college after creating a silly website called FaceMash. His parents were furious. His professors warned he was wasting his potential. That mistake became Facebook. The most dangerous lie you've been sold is that quitting equals failure. Sometimes the real failure is refusing to let go. Steve Jobs said, "Death is life's change agent," but what he really meant was that sometimes you have to kill parts of your life to create space for what's coming. Right now, someone watching this is stuck in a situation they know is destroying them, but they're too scared to walk away. Will that be you? Or will you be like Ariana Huffington, who quit her high-profile career after collapsing from exhaustion, only to build the Huffington Post into a media empire? The world is filled with people who stayed too long at the wrong party. Will you be one of them? Comment release right now if you're ready to quit what's holding you back. Because in the next section, I'm going to show you how to tell the difference between giving up and leveling up, and it might just save your life. What if I told you that trusting the wrong people could actually accelerate your success? What if betrayal was the best thing that ever happened to you? These questions should make your skin crawl because they reveal a terrifying truth about how success really works. Let me shock you with a story from 1979 when a young Donald Trump was betrayed by his own mentor, Roy Cohn. That devastating betrayal forced Trump to develop the ruthless business instincts that would make him billions. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself," but she missed the darker truth. Sometimes you need to be burned to become fireproof. Right now, I want you to think about the person who screwed you over the worst, the one whose name still makes your fists clench. What if that betrayal was actually a gift? In 1982, a young comedian named Eddie Murphy was betrayed by his mentor Richard Pryor, who stole his material. That crushing blow forced Murphy to develop his own iconic style, creating Raw and Delirious, the highest grossing stand-up specials in history. Your worst betrayals might be carving out the space for your greatest work. But here's what no one tells you about betrayal. It only destroys you if you do this one thing. In 1996, a young Elon Musk was betrayed by his PayPal co-founders, who ousted him as CEO. That mistake of trusting the wrong people freed him to start SpaceX and Tesla. So tell me right now in the comments, who betrayed you and how did it accidentally help you? Because here's the brutal reality. The people who destroy your trust are actually showing you where your boundaries need to be. In 1968, a young musician named James Brown was betrayed by his entire band who quit before a show. That disaster forced him to perform solo, creating his legendary live performances that changed music forever.